And then finally I went to work for a channel you guys probably know as the educational channel. I'm talking about MTV. All the world's wisdom is on MTV. I worked for a channel called VH1 and did some work for Nickelodeon as well. And Nickelodeon was another huge eye-opening experience for me. Being able to write for kids was something I hadn't really given a lot of thought to. It intrigued me, but I didn't think I was capable of it. Now, earlier I told you guys that I wasn't supposed to be an author. Well, there was a specific event when I was in the 4th grade that told me I wasn't. The whole school had to write a 1-page theme and send it to the local newspaper, which was the Akron Beacon Journal. Now, the Akron Beacon Journal at the time was a very well-respected newspaper. And I wrote my 1-page theme and I thought, oh, they're gonna publish this in the paper. I'm sure this is gonna be a huge hit. And what they were going to do is the editors there would tell you whether you had any talent as a writer. So I wrote my 1-page theme, I sent it in, and a couple weeks later I got it back, and there were some handwritten notes on it. And the note was, Michael should not think of a career as a writer. 30 years later, I wound up on the New York Times bestseller list for 6 weeks, and I clipped out the clipping from the Times, and I had saved that letter. I called the Beacon Journal, and he was still there. I mailed it to him with a copy of my book and the clipping and the copy of what he had written. I haven't heard back, but despite that setback of not really knowing what I was supposed to be, it all really started with a librarian, and yeah, I'm very honored to be able to speak to you about that. Librarians are really and libraries in general, are really the heart of our society. And unfortunately, I feel like sometimes we don't give them enough respect. It seems as if whenever there's a budget cut, the library is the first one to get it. But I've seen communities that need their libraries. And I've seen communities that totally appreciate them. There's a library in Princeton, New Jersey that just put a coffee shop in it. There's a library in South Carolina that has a movie studio in it, so the children can learn how to make a movie. Libraries are changing and adapting to what society seems to want, but they're still really the secret to America. We're very blessed in this country to have them, and I'm very honored to be able to talk about it tonight. If it wasn't for a librarian, I certainly would have read that letter from the Akron Beacon Journal and probably believed it. So I appreciate everybody who's here to help, and I hope you have a good night, and I appreciate all the time you lent me telling you goofy jokes. And thank you so much for all the bidding, and give yourselves a round of applause. You're really a great audience. Thank you.